Merry Christmas, happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to Screenfish Radio. I am so glad you could join us because we are having a very special holiday episode with us. And I have the jolliest of Santa's elves with us today. See this smile here.
I
Um,
should have worn my hat.
you should have worn your hat. Heather Johnson is back with us for Christmas. Welcome back, Heather.
It's our annual tradition. We have to do this at Christmas.
It's become that, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Um, and normally I would go into a spiel about the films that or the film we're going to discuss. We're going to get into it in detail. But today we have
Not
a much
today.
grander mission.
Yes.
Yes. Today we are taking on all Christmas movies, one on one, for this very special Christmas
All of them?
episode.
I
All of
didn't
them.
sign up for all of them. I'm on a time limit.
Everyone. God bless us,
Bless
everyone.
everyone. I see what you did there.
Yeah. No, in a way we are, because this year, rather than picking on one particular Christmas film, we want to talk about what makes a Christmas film. There are all sorts of conversations going on about film or about holiday favorites versus films that people are trying to make holiday favorites, and this year we thought we'd unwrap the box of what makes a Christmas movie. And it goes without saying that this podcast is rated S for spoilers, but I mean some of these movies are 70 years old. So if you
You
haven't seen them,
probably have seen them by now.
probably have seen them. So I mean, but we before we talk about some titles, Heather, we should really talk about what a Christmas movie is. So let's start with you. What do you think really defines a Christmas movie?
I think, you know, to have a good Christmas movie, there's like just different characteristics to it, different moments. But I think one of the key things for me in a Christmas movie is I'm trying not to like say titles yet because I've got like my classic like pinnacle top tier Christmas movie and everything needs to mimic that, but I won't we'll get into that later. But this idea of, in Christmas in general, we talk about like changed hearts and generosity and things like that. So for a Christmas movie, for me to be a Christmas movie, with that journey, and there typically, like any movie, there's a moment of transformation. But really having this moment of transformation that then kind of pivots outwards. It's not about the person just learning something about themselves and changing, but then doing something with that for the betterment of somebody else or for a community. When we talk about things like the Christmas spirit, that spirit of giving, of sharing, of love, of hope, of joy, of peace, throwing in a little Advent liturgical calendar in there for everybody. And having that moment and that kind of journey in a film, I think is really important for a Christmas movie. I don't think it solely defines Christmas movies. But when I think about like some of my favorites, there's that change of heart that then gets spread out into Christmas joy to those around the person.
See, that's interesting. So your insistence is that if they have their heart changed, they have to think outwards because a lot of films have that.
Hmm.
But that's so, I mean, again, we're trying to avoid listing titles right now
I
that
know.
fit in this model or don't. Um, but a lot of films have that regardless too. And this
Hmm.
goes without saying. I think too, it's essential that the film has to happen at Christmas.
Yes, I think it has to pair together because you can have a movie that is a Christmas movie, or you can have a movie that happens at Christmas. To
Okay,
be a
so
Christmas movie, it still has to be at Christmas, but have this extra element to it.
yeah, exactly. Because I think, I think when we talk about the holiday itself, and I don't mean the film, although you mentioned that one
We'll get to that one
we'll
later.
get to that one. Um, when we think about the holiday itself, it has to be something that's really embedded in it. Like there has to
Hmm.
be it's not just a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of movies that fall under the radar of this, oh, there's Christmas in this, and therefore it's like it strikes a chord, like a nostalgia
Hmm.
chord that we have, right?
Yeah.
You know, there are films that are like, oh, Christmas happens for 10 minutes. See, it's a Christmas film.
Yeah.
It's like, well, no.
No. And
It can
that's
be.
it can be. And that's kind of, yeah, to that point of like this moment of like transformation stuff. For a Christmas movie to be a Christmas movie, yeah, it can't function without Christmas. Like if you took a movie and took the Christmas out of it and the movie still works, I don't think that's a Christmas movie. I think that's just a movie. But for it to be a Christmas movie, it has to have that core component of Christmas. And if you pulled out Christmas, you lose the movie. So to me, that's part of what makes a Christmas movie is it needs it.
Yeah, yeah, there's something that's like, and I will say this too before we infuriate people online, as I apparently I do. Um, I think you can anything can be something you watch on Christmas, but that doesn't make it a Christmas movie. It becomes a
Hmm.
Christmas movie to you.
Yes.
Like there are so many movies that I feel like this time of year I'm going to throw down just for the sake of nostalgia.
Yeah.
They're not Christmas movies.
And I wonder if that's because when we think about like the Christmas season, what it pulls out of us and how we start to feel and the way film becomes a part of, film shapes us, what we've watched as children, what we're into, as we're growing, to your point, the nostalgia element of it. And maybe that's why people will take a movie and be like, this is a Christmas movie because of how Christmas makes them feel in general. And that's kind of been projected onto this movie for, 30 years
Right.
of their life or something like that. So then it automatically they equate this movie with Christmas, even though that movie has nothing to do with Christmas.
Yeah, I think that's yeah, the nostalgia can really steal it or sneak its way in there,
Hmm.
if you will. I think, there's that's absolutely I mean, and there are key elements too. Family, I think, is a key one, positively or
Hmm.
negatively. Like there are lots of Christmas movies that don't fall under the, Frank Capra era type of Christmas
Hmm.
movies. But but they definitely have to do with families, even if it's in a negative way. There's that family
Hmm.
sort of trying to figure things out. Hope.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you have to have the hope and something the hope for something like bigger than yourself.
Yes, yeah. See, that's an interesting thing because I want to say that too. I don't know if I would cut something out as a Christmas movie if there isn't hope for like I think that you're right on to something. Like I agree with that,
Hmm.
but at the same time, I don't know if I would call that a dividing line for Christmas. Like hope for I think
Yeah.
it's okay. I think it's okay to find hope if there's some sort of personal growth as we
Well,
say
yeah.
this. I
Hmm.
think that's
I see what you're saying.
um which is why, going back to what you were saying before about it having to be about for some grander purpose. I think that that makes it the best Christmas movie. I'm not sure that
Hmm.
means it doesn't have to be a Christmas movie because of that.
Okay, I can track with that.
I think that makes it a better Christmas movie,
Hmm.
but I don't know if I would say it's not one
Okay. So
because of
do
that.
we, so, we can talk about all this, but then it really comes to life when we start throwing titles out.
Here's a question for you, and we sort of talked about this before, but we never got to an answer. What do you think? How many of these things do you think something needs to be qualified as a Christmas movie?
Christmas movie. I think to your point, it does have to happen at Christmas. Christmas has to be like a binder
Okay.
element. Um, I think there needs to somehow this like outward expression of an inward change or inward realization. Because I think that ties into the season of Christmas and of generosity, of giving, of, you know, getting to know your neighbors or something like that. All of a sudden, people are having Christmas parties, things like that. Um, it doesn't need snow. I think it can be a Christmas movie without snow. So I know that's not I don't think snow is a requirement. Um,
You don't think a Christmas movie needs snow?
it doesn't have to have snow. I live in a place where we
What?
don't get snow for Christmas, okay? I don't. live
There's
in
no
Canada.
Christmas movies that take place in Arizona.
Well,
And
maybe
that's
there should be. Maybe they need to be more inclusive. Kentucky doesn't get snow on Christmas. It's going to be 60 some degrees.
that's Fahrenheit. That'd be very
Yeah, that's
hot if you were in
Fahrenheit.
Canada. If you were
Yeah, no.
65 up
60,
here.
6, it's like somewhere between like 50 and 65 Fahrenheit or 55, 65 on Christmas. Like, so no, it doesn't need snow because I have Christmases without snow. Okay?
Well,
Um,
see, then you really
yeah.
need to inherit a Christmas tree farm up in Vermont so that you can
Go
go.
run my little small business in Vermont.
Yeah.
We did Hallmark movies a couple years ago, Steve.
That is still one of my favorite podcast
That
episodes.
was
That
an
is
awesome
still one of
one.
my favorite ones.
And then I think something else you need for some, this is going to sound like, I mean, not every movie has to have it, but really good music helps. Like Christmas music, whether it's old hymns or a familiar tune. Like a level, yeah, I think the nostalgia is important, like the relatability of, you hear something that sounds familiar. And again, you don't have to have that because, there's going to be Christmas movies that don't. But, if I look at a perfect little package, again, that's because I have my ideal ones in my brain. Um, but I guess ultimately, just something that kind of really embodies and expresses what Christmas means for people.
Okay.
What about you?
What are we talking? Well, I agree with you.
What?
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Oh, okay. I didn't know if there was anything else you want to add. What do
No,
you think a
no,
Christmas
actually, I
movie should
thought that was
have?
perfect because what I was going to say is that seems like a perfect place then to ask the question of what is a Christmas movie to you? Let's talk. We don't have to. We can talk about ones that are controversial picks if you want, but I'm saying like right now, what is Heather Johnson's go-to Christmas films and why?
I have like three off the top of my head immediately.
Okay.
The first one is Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Oh yeah.
Mickey's Christmas Carol. I will watch, first off, if I'm feeling down, it could be July. I'm gonna find that on Disney Plus and watch it for that whole nostalgia factor. But I feel like it just, I mean, I love any version for the most part of A Christmas Carol. Like, that's quintessential Christmas media, film, writing, whatever we want to call it, whatever version or expression of Christmas Carol you're talking about. To me, that's like everything, that's what I'm measuring other things up to
Okay.
for me. So, but Mickey's version, it gives me that reminder of being, it feels like Christmas. Not even that I'm watching Christmas. It makes me feel like Christmas. It's the mix of the innocent with the need to change, with fear, but with ending with that hope. And you see that outward, as you watch Scrooge go through his journey, at the end, pouring himself back out in a positive way, like righting the wrongs that he committed and then doing so in such a way, making provisions for like the next generation with how he helps with Tiny Tim. So Mickey's Christmas Carol is like my favorite version. And that's, if I had to pick one Christmas movie for the rest of my life, that's what it would be.
It's old fizzywigs. I've never worked for a kinder man.
I mean, the Muppets version is good too, but Mickey's, I'm sorry, it's just
The Muppets one's made a
high
huge comeback
class.
now. Everybody's talking about the Muppets
My
Christmas
kids
Carol the
love
last few
it.
years. Oh,
Yeah. It's I think we're all looking that to and that's a Christmas movie because of a Christmas movie that's bringing people into something together as a whole where we're all feeling the same thing at the same time.
but I would, yeah, and I would say too that Christmas Carol and all variants thereof, maybe not Scrooged, but though maybe in some ways Scrooged.
Maybe.
Um, but that's sort of the through line there because it hits every quadrant, right? Like
Yeah.
Christmas itself is the thing that brings newness and hope
Hmm.
in this particular film. It's not just set at Christmas, it is the nature of Christmas
Yes.
that changes Scrooge's entire temperament and changes, like you said, this goodwill towards men
Yeah.
as well. Like it hits every single marker that we just said. Family, the holidays necessary. It's an announcement of good. It's
Yeah.
literally an announcement. He gets out of the window and he's,
Crying
uh,
out to the
yeah.
rooftops.
I do love the Mickey's one. I have a special place in my heart
Yeah,
for that one. Okay, so that was one. You said you
that
have
was one.
three. What's your other
The
one?
second one is the Illumination version of the Grinch,
Oh, okay. All right.
which
That's
we've
your.
podcasted on that
Yes, we
years
did.
ago.
Yeah.
Still one of my favorites. Um, I like most anything that Illumination puts out. I'll own that. Um, sorry. I'll watch every Despicable Me there is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even when kids
Actually,
aren't around.
I still like the Despicable Me's. The
You know.
Minions movies are less
Ah, well,
enjoyable.
I can still find a laugh in them. But what I love about that version, not just because Benedict Cumberbatch is like, front and center in this movie as the voice of the Grinch, but and I think the Jim Carrey version is just creepy. I can't do that. My kid watched it at school the other day. He's like, "Mom, that was so freaky." And I was like, "Yeah, because it's terrible." But,
No, no, I dispute that.
you just beat
I
that.
dispute that.
That slipped
I
out, Steve.
it's
Oops.
a little listen, I'll give you it's a little terrifying in moments. The man endured a lot.
It's Jim Carrey though.
He had to be trained by a CIA operative on how to endure torture, to endure the this is true, to
Hmm.
endure the makeup, the hours of makeup that it
Yeah.
would cost or take that would take of his time.
Take it. Yeah, I can't do
He
that version.
I think that film works. Is it my favorite? No, but I think it really works, and I think
Yeah.
that the sets alone are incredible.
Yeah, it's like it's got its we're still in the Jim Carrey version, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I mean I get the craftsmanship behind it. Like you're saying the sets, the
yeah.
makeup, the dedication, like full on method acting here kind of style. But to me, because there's so much, maybe for me, part of it is it seemed that was so much of the focus was like the look,
Okay,
to the make bring the look to life. The story felt second.
okay. So, what is it about the Illumination version that you like
So
so
the
much?
illumination, I can't, blah, 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 blah. I almost said aluminum. Um, that version, I think for me is it's more it feels more personal. You've got more of like Cindy Lou Who's story going on. Her mom working, taking care of her brothers. You've got a little bit of the background of the Grinch, but more you see him just, kind of the way he's interacted with people, um, that, he's got his like anger and stuff, but I feel like it's done in such a way where it's his journey feels so subtle to me and believable because it's not like all of this up here and then, over here. It's like you see the cracks as he goes. When he's looking at the Christmas book and he's talking about the sugar plums and looking at the Santa stuff, and you see like the softening happen to him. It feels more natural to me, like and gradual, so it becomes believable. So I think that's
Okay,
why that's my favorite version.
all right. And what's your third?
White Christmas.
I like that. I like that.
It's a good one.
That would be one for us. I
Yeah.
mean, it's outdated.
Oh, well, it is. It has
Uh,
its moments. It was made a
it,
very long time ago.
it was. I think was it? When was that? 1951?
54?
When was that?
I always
1954.
Holiday Inn came first,
Yes, it did. Yes, it
which
did.
I used to be wrong. I used to argue people that, and they were like, "No, Holiday Inn," and I was like, "I'd never even heard of Holiday Inn." I was like, "No, it's
Was
White
that
Christmas."
Fred Astaire with Bing?
Yeah,
It was, right? Yeah.
yeah. I'm not a Holiday Inn fan, but White Christmas,
Yeah. No,
that
it's Danny Kaye. Danny Kaye.
I cried when I was a kid when he died. I like cried.
It's
Yeah, White Christmas. But what's different about White Christmas for me is the for me, the transformation doesn't lie with our four main characters, but instead with the general. Because, you look at Danny Kaye, you look at I just totally blanked on their names in the movie. Anyway, you look at Bing and Danny. They they're kind of who they are throughout the movie. And you see some change a little bit in Rosemary Clooney's character. Why I suddenly blanked on every single name in that movie. It's because it's 10:30 at night. Um and Betty, Betty and Judy.
the
That's where I
Haynes
was going for. The
sisters.
Haynes sisters. You do see some transformation of Betty, but you look at the general who was all about this stoicism and just not, really wanting to accept help, trying to go back into the army, trying to figure out who he is in this new season of life. And at the end, you kind of see this acceptance of a new realization for him that he may not be doing what he used to be doing. He may not be leading an army anymore. He may be, he's not, maybe his retirement, things didn't go the way he had planned. But he sees the love around him, and it's in such a way where I think, that one scene when he's looking out, like you can literally just see his face soften as well. And to do that in a way that recognizes what everybody has done for him and what he's going to do with that moving forward. So I think there's this kind of like background change happening for the general, and it's not so much focused on the four main characters.
See, I'm not gonna, I wouldn't argue that, but I don't see the big change in him. I see it in well, it's Wallace and Davis. Which one is Bing? Bob Wallace. Bob,
Hmm.
because he goes from the self-serving guy,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm tracking.
because then he's closed off and everybody's got an angle,
Yeah.
and he goes from sort of the snarky Hollywood type
Okay.
to more open. And but I the obviously the finale of White Christmas with the
Hmm.
gift to the general. um
And the snow.
yes,
There is snow
and
in that one. You
snow.
have to have the snow in that one.
Yeah, well, it's called White Christmas. They can't like,
You have to have the
I have
snow.
to have the snow. um
Yeah,
but
that makes a lot of sense. I wasn't thinking about it from that perspective. So yeah.
I think that he does. I think he does. I think he is softened for sure. I agree with what you
Hmm.
said. I just don't think it's the central change. I think
Hmm.
Bob is the central change.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, and oh, it's just so much fun. There are still moments where I'm like, why is that in the movie? Oh, we must have needed another musical number.
Yeah.
And
We need
oh,
we need a song about choreography. I
a
never
song about
understood why that one
choreography.
was there.
And I'm like, okay, it was 71 years ago, so I
Yeah.
think we
But am
could.
I gonna watch every moment of it?
Yes,
Yes. Yes, I
yes, you
am.
are.
So what are your top three? And then we can talk about
Okay.
ones that people think are Christmas movies, but they're wrong.
That would be one. That would be one. We've already
White
tapped on it,
Christmas.
but
Yeah.
it goes without saying that the greatest Christmas movie of all time, it's not even close. Like you can't even, it's indisputable, is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Um, it is.
I feel like that's a gimme. I see
I
your
I
abominable back
have the
there.
Bumble. Didn't I ever tell you about Bumbles? Bumbles bounce. And
Yes.
just because we're festive, I even brought out my Yukon Cornelius. So
Aw, Yukon.
Yukon, he's gone. Oh, he's
He's
gone.
gone.
Um, that movie is messed up and it is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And I remember I loved it as a child. I picked it up again in my 20s and I was like so, I'm getting emotional now. I was like, "Oh, Rudolph, I understand your emotional arc and
Yes.
journey."
Herbie feeling like an outcast and doesn't fit in.
This movie doesn't hold back. It does not
No.
hold back. Herbie. Um
Herbie doesn't like to make toys.
Herbie doesn't like to make that. Shame on
Oh,
you.
you. We need to do another podcast where you and I just quote Rudolph from
Cole
start to
Rudolph
finish,
there.
and
I have that
we
thing.
just enact it.
I bought it in 4K special edition. This is how much I deeply love this film.
My
Um,
mom has a Rudolph bag that she keeps every year to put a gift to me in, and I have to give her back the bag, and it's a Rudolph bag. This bag is like 20 years old.
I respect it. I
Yeah.
respect. No,
I'll
and
send a
the funny
picture of
thing
it
is,
at
I'm
Christmas.
not even what?
I'll send you a picture of it at
Oh,
Christmas.
I need to see it. I'm not even exaggerating. Like I mean this genuinely. Of all, like the other Christmas, technically it's a Christmas special. It's like it was an
Hmm.
hour when it was made and stuff. There are other ones that you could argue Charlie Brown Christmas is more iconic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I genuinely and truly consistently am amazed at the emotional arc they put in these characters.
Hmm.
And it also started my deep love of stop motion animation, which I have.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Oh yeah, like there are so many others, and they get
Yeah.
progressively worse.
Yeah.
Uh, like they're
Love
bad.
that
Some of
for
them are
us.
really bad, but like we're talking like the little drummer boy,
Hmm.
Santa Claus coming to town, even Rudolph's Shiny New Year.
Here.
Like they're all fun, but like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, it cuts different. It cut even
Yeah.
more than like Frosty the original Frosty the Snowman, which I loved
Yeah.
as a kid too.
Yeah.
I have a deep love for the Rankin Bass era.
Yeah.
Um, but and even I'm not the only one. Like Elf has that in it. They make sure they even
Yeah.
incorporate Sam the
Because
Snowman.
they knew how people felt about it.
Exactly.
Like, because you're tapping into that shared experience of entire generations.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. And I would put Elf in there. Like Elf was
Yeah.
one of those movies that when I saw it in theaters when it came out. And I remember thinking, this will be something everybody watches forever.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they knew that when they were making it, like, but it was truly one of those very
Yeah.
special Christmas films. Um, and it didn't overuse amazingly, even though you could argue it does overuse Will Ferrell, I don't
Yeah.
think it does. It does, it's
Mm-mm.
like the perfect Will Ferrell
Yeah.
performance. But truly, too, um, one of my other, I would say my third Christmas classic would be Miracle on 34th Street
Yeah.
from 1941. I'm gonna double check that.
Because there's been one or two of those, maybe.
47. There's been multiple ones. Yeah, there was
Yeah.
one in the 90s, which is pretty
I remember
good.
the 90 one. I remember that one.
They changed something very significantly in that. They do you remember how well do you remember it?
I don't.
Okay, because they change why Santa goes to jail. Um,
Oh.
and it's much darker in the 90s.
Yeah.
In 1947, it's because he hits the guy on the head with his cane.
Mm-hmm.
Hits him on his head, and they call him declare him again. Very dated, very dated. Mental health
Yeah.
issues not very well received. This is
Yeah.
almost 100 years old. But in the 90s, it's suggested like they have him charged with well, it's creepy. It's suggested or the lie that they spread about Santa Claus is that it has something to do with children. It's pretty
Yeah.
terrifying. But it's a
Wow.
very different arc from what it was in the 47. And I
Love the
love the
90s for us.
pardon?
I said
That's the
love the 90s
90s?
for us.
Yeah.
It's just,
I'm
we just,
actually very surprised it went there. Like I
yeah.
didn't think it would go that dark. And it still plays it very light, but it's a very different
Yeah.
suggestion than the original one. But I love the original one. I just think it's so much fun, and the image of 10,000 letters all addressed to
Hmm.
Santa Claus being dumped on the judge's desk.
Yeah.
The judge who's worried about his political affiliations.
Yeah.
And even like I don't remember if Alfred, I think is the boy, the young man who's like sweeping up and he's cleaning up and um I don't think he's in the second one, but there's been other iterations. I
Yeah.
just think it's a wonderful film, and I never get tired of watching it. And it's like to see the journey, like the gentleman playing Santa Claus, who is Edmund Gwenn. Um, he just plays the character so lightly and innocently. Like it's such a beautiful
Yeah.
performance. Even the scene where he's teaching the little girl how to use her imagination and stuff. It's just like, oh, I'm all in. I love it.
So
Um,
I'm noticing as I think about like some of the ones, that I've shared and that you've shared, there have been some really like key ones that I think people consider quintessential Christmas movies that we did not say.
oh, I'm sure there are. There are lots. There
So
are
I'm
lots.
wondering if it's just because there are lots, or is it because we don't think they're Christmas movies?
Well, it depends on the film.
I know. That's where I'm
Okay.
getting at. I'm
Okay,
leading. I'm leading the
Let's throw
conversation.
down here. We've talked about our favorites. We've talked about our favorites. So, are there films that you think are called Christmas movies? We'll go back and forth, one and
Yeah.
one, that are not in your mind Christmas movies. Let's start with your heaviest hitter.
Well, I think our heaviest hitter is probably the same one. So I don't want to give
Oh,
it
mine's a big,
away.
yeah, it's the same
Well, I
one.
don't
Go.
know. Oh,
Although the one that you're thinking about may
the one that
fit
I
your
just
own criteria.
watched, but the one,
Yeah.
yeah, it might, but I think there's a reason that I think it isn't.
Oh, just say
Um,
it.
okay, I don't think It's a Wonderful Life is a Christmas movie. I think it's a movie that happens at Christmas.
You can follow Heather Johnson at no, you can
You can't
DM her
follow me
with your
anymore.
messages.
My TikTok is defunct. I haven't posted in 2 years. Okay, here's why. Yes, I know where you were going with this. Yes, there is that like transformation side of it, but it's less of a transformation and more of a realization of what he already has. And I still feel like it's an internal need that he has to understand his value. Um, but the reason I don't think it's really a Christmas movie because I think his journey could happen any time of the year. I don't think it needs Christmas. I think at any point he could feel down. He could not see who he was. An angel could come down and show him these things anytime. Christmas, the element of Christmas, I think does like it brings a little bit of like a happy, magical feeling. But as far as is it needed, I don't think Christmas is needed for It's a Wonderful Life to work. So I think it's a movie that happens at Christmas.
I agree with you 100%. I agree with
Yeah.
you 100%. And that's been my beef with It's a Wonderful Life. It's not about I got to give
Great
credit like
movie. I mean, I have problems with the movie. I feel like the ending was rushed. I feel like they could have done more with some of his relationships. Like, I didn't love the movie. But I don't have a problem with it, but I just feel like it was a little rushed. But anyway, go ahead.
Christmas
Sorry, I interrupted you.
heresy. Christmas heresy.
Christmas heresy, right?
As
Let's
I've
just
always
get it
said,
all.
It's a
Yours is
Wonderful Life
coming.
is the best Christmas movie. I've always said that. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a fabulous no. No, I agree. I agree. And I say Christmas is in this movie for 5 minutes. I mean, I know
Yeah.
it takes place Christmas Eve, and then he goes back and he hugs his kid, and every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings, which we quote at Christmas and has nothing to do with anything. Um, and it's like, and then it's like, oh, there's a
The
Christmas
end.
tree behind them, and it's like, this is this. I don't even care. Like to me, it's not even about it being dark. I'm all for it dark. Some of the
Yeah.
best Christmas movies are dark Christmas movies, but I I can't get behind it as the quintessential Christmas movie. If people want to
Yeah.
watch it on Christmas, God bless you, everyone. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Every time a person watches it, a DVD gets a spin. Like it's fine. Like it.
Yeah. People still watch DVDs.
Okay, so I'm old. I just still love physical media. Anyway, what did you want me to say? Netflix gets a stream? What do you want me to say? Every time you watch the scene, Netflix gets a stream.
They're gonna have you writing scripts in no time.
That's it. That's my hope. But in truth, it just I does not have to happen at Christmas.
No, it's Christmas is the backdrop, like moment, like you said in the last few minutes. And yeah, George has he has that kind of like change of heart, but to me it's still so it's more of just this internal realization that just kind of stops. Like, he realizes what he's done and that's the end of the movie.
Yeah, and he gets his money back,
He gets his money back, again, it's like, it's got
which
some good lessons in it and stuff.
which may be the most Christmassy part of the film,
Hmm.
to be fair.
Yeah.
It's not the part that everybody talks about. They all talk about the bell rings and Angel gets his wings. But I think that that is the most Christmassy part of the film
Hmm.
is the fact that the townspeople get behind him.
Yeah.
I will give you that. I will say,
Yeah.
okay, it's fringe for me, but people talk about it
Yeah.
as the ultimate Christmas film. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no, I cannot get behind it.
All right, so that's mine. What's yours?
Let's start with Die Hard.
Ooh.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
People will not be coming at me anymore.
Now it's all changed.
Now it's flipped.
Both our listeners have stopped listening right now.
Yeah.
Um, and I'd like to thank both of our listeners for not for
All
watching
three of you.
faithfully. That's a 50% increase if there's three. No, I'm kidding. No, I Die Hard, the debate about Die Hard, again, this is where I go back to anything can be something you watch at Christmas. Anything
Hmm.
can be. You want a guy Christmas movie and you want to throw down Die Hard, be my guest. I am all for it. But I would argue that this really could take place on a Wednesday night at
Hmm.
any point of the year. They weave Christmas through it for sure. They've got the ho ho ho. Now I've got a machine gun stuff. You've got it takes place on Christmas Eve. It's a Christmas party. You've got it all there. But they are not intrinsic to the plot.
Yeah.
And I guess you could argue for the family element because it's him and his wife and he's trying to save people's lives. But I just don't think it should receive the label of Christmas
Christmas
movie.
movie.
Thoughts?
I've never understood the hype about it being a Christmas movie.
Okay.
Never. So I'm with you there too. I don't watch a lot of it anyway. It's been a while since I've seen it because it's just not my style. But it never made sense to me as people are like, like the argument never made sense. The factions of it is, it isn't. Like I'm just never really grasped it because to me it's just never been a Christmas movie. Like, the times that I've seen it, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's happening at Christmas. But Bruce Willis can crawl through air ducts in a building any day of the week, to your point.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now, I do think it's an interesting conversation because not because whether it really isn't even about Die Hard. It's about I think it's really about looking for I wanted to use the term guy movies, but I don't want to do that because it's too gender
Mhm.
exclusive. But violent Christmas movies. And
Like
violent
Red
Christmas movies,
One,
yeah,
not being violent, but being more actiony.
yeah, Red One. See, Red One is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Red One is absolutely a Christmas. Actually, Red One is a half decent Christmas movie.
Yeah, we've
It's not
podcast on that
great.
before.
Yeah, yes, we have.
Yeah,
Yes, we have. We really do Christmas well. You
we do. I may not do anything else the rest of the year, but you can count on me at
put it back on
Christmas.
Christmas. It's really the
And
gift
next
you
month for
have.
Wake Up Dead Man, but that's a completely different
That
conversation.
will be different. That'll be a different one. Um, but like, I think there's a yearning for a different type of Christmas movie
Hmm.
for people that are the people that just aren't into the sweetness, if you will.
Hmm.
Like I think that the debate isn't nearly as strong. But Gremlins, you could argue, I think even more than Die Hard because I think Christmas has more to do
Hmm.
with
Totally
Gremlins.
forgot that movie existed.
Yeah, it does, and
Yeah,
it's a
it
very
does.
Christmassy movie.
I think the trauma I experienced of that as a young child of being terrified then to go to bed at night. in
It's
general has kind of just like I've blocked that movie out of my
it's a different
memory.
experience watching it now. I had the same trauma, I remember, but I'm just saying it would probably be
Now that I'm a
different for
grown
you.
up, I can handle it.
Probably. Um, but like there's been I'd say in the last 5 years there's been several. We're back to Christmas, even Christmas horror movies, Christmas
Mm.
violent.
Oh
I
yeah,
really
what's the
like
one with
David Harbour.
yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say Violent Night was really
yes.
funny.
Yeah.
That was I really liked Violent Night. Silent Night, Deadly Night came out this year, and it was pretty good. But like Violent Night, Santa uses Christmas magic to kill people, and it's like it's
So
revealed
is
that
it a Christmas movie?
oh, it's a very Christmas movie. but it doesn't fit into the idea of a major transformation or newness.
I'll have to rethink that then. I'll have to redefine Christmas movie so that I can make sure that Violent Night can fit in.
It revealed that Santa was a Norse warrior in the Viking raids of the 1400s or something like this. And, and all the villains have names. They're like code names. They're like Mr. Scrooge and as a Mr. Like they use that as
Yeah.
characters in the film. It's great. It's very silly, but it's very violent. Um, but I'm like, but I think there's this sort of yearning
Hmm.
amongst a certain subset of population for a movie they feel they can watch at Christmas
Hmm.
that doesn't have the sentimentality
Mm.
of these other Christmas films, which I love. I love that, and I can watch the other ones too and enjoy them. But I love
Hmm.
that, and I think you and I would agree with that.
Yeah.
But I think that's why Die Hard became such a big topic of discussion because I
Yeah.
think people just really wanted something that wasn't the traditional type.
Yeah. That makes sense. It's still not a Christmas movie though.
That's fair. That's fair. Do you have anything controversial that you would say is a Christmas movie?
That is a Christmas movie
Yeah,
or isn't?
is or isn't. Is if there's
Yeah,
another
because
that isn't, throw
I
it
don't
out.
know if I have anything controversial from it. Is I am not convinced The Holiday is a Christmas movie.
Again, you can directly
I
message
also
Heather.
explored with Is Love Actually a Christmas movie? But I think I changed my own mind on that one.
Okay,
Um,
explain.
well, so real quick, like on The Holiday, there is this like Christmas element. They've swapped places for Christmas. There's this idea of they both need change in their lives. They've lost things. They're trying to kind of rediscover who they are. Then there's like a whole like it ties into like New Year's or whatever. But I think it's just one of those movies that again could happen at any point.
Hmm.
And it's just it almost like it plays off the sentiment, to your point about I can't talk.
Sentimentality.
Yeah, that word. Um, I think sometimes a movie plays on that to make something easier. Like it almost like it uses Christmas to prime the audience in a way, to get them in a certain
Right.
mindset so that they're like accepting what's happening. And I feel like the holiday kind of does that. It's just like, hey, if we make it like Christmassy, people will already be looking for, the happy ending, they'll buy the story almost, I feel like. I used to be a much bigger fan of that movie than I am now. Over the years, the movie just kind of lost its appeal. But Love Actually, here's my thing with Love Actually. Obviously, it takes place at Christmas, and you have the Christmas plays and things like that. It- for me, there's none of the, not none, there's very little of like the authentic transformation element. People are going like kind of through changes, but it's more just like Christmas binds their stories together. So I think it does need Christmas to work as a movie, but it's still missing some pieces for me. Um, you've got people, making change in their life and things like that to a point. But again, you look at these characters, it's more about like how it's just happening in their own life for themselves and them like either getting what they want or not getting what they want. But there's still this like lack of like doing something with it for the betterment of others. that I think is still important in a Christmas movie. So that's my, so, Love Actually might be a little, it needs Christmas, but honestly, I'm still not sure for me it's an actual Christmas movie.
Okay. Okay. It's interesting because I think we've established here the baseline. I think the baseline for something to be a Christmas movie is that I think the most important thing is the holiday is essential.
Yeah,
And then I feel like we've established that as a baseline, but a top tier Christmas movie
Christmas movie.
is when we have that transformation,
Yeah,
that newness come in of some type.
yeah.
So, in that spirit, I think that Home Alone 2 is a Christmas movie and Home Alone 1 is barely a Christmas movie. Barely hits the baseline.
The bar is on the floor.
Yeah. It is only a Christmas movie given the fact that it takes place at Christmas and the trend of people trying to get home for Christmas
Hmm.
is sort of a Christmas trope.
Yeah.
But it could have happened at any time. See, that's an interesting one that it uses the trope against you. So the
Yeah.
trope, the holiday trope is family
Yeah.
and getting back to family, and then but you've left this kid this in this dysfunctional family,
Yeah.
and it's highly dysfunctional family behind, and I don't get the sense that I know everybody loves it. I've never really liked the first one.
I don't love it. I'm with you. We have too much similarity on this podcast. It's not going to work,
Yeah,
Steve.
this is a problem.
It's boring now. I agree with
Boring.
you.
That's okay because both of our listeners are dedicated and they're right here
Yes.
through it.
Yeah.
But no, I do think the second one is quite a good Christmas movie,
Hmm.
cameos aside. Um,
Why'd you have to bring that
because I didn't want anybody to assume that that was the reason I like it better. That's
up?
why.
Oh.
And the reason that I feel that way is because, first of all, now again, it uses that holiday trope because Christmas at New York in New York is its own holiday trope.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
always a
Very
bucket
classic.
list for me. I want to go see
Yeah.
Christmas in New York. But it's this storyline with the homeless woman
Hmm.
um, adds an element of offering and gifts to it that the
Hmm.
first one is lacking.
Yeah.
It has all the stuff. It has the whatever they're called, the wet bandits or whatever they're called, has it
Yeah.
all. Um, it and and yet it still seems to have more heart and life to it for me
Hmm.
than the first one. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal is just not a Christmas thing for me.
Yeah.
But that to me is one I'm like the second one I think really hits it on a better note than the first one.
Hmm.
The first one actually does.
Yeah, the first one, I think the way you've like kind of tiered it up of like here's, baseline Christmas movie. Here's like, yeah, it's a Christmas movie, but not a great one. Here is a you can't beat this type of Christmas movie, Mickey's Christmas Carol level.
Yeah.
So,
It's like you
um,
just put Mickey's Christmas Carol as the top tier of Christmas movie.
am I wrong?
No.
No. Okay then. Okay then. It's accessible to everybody of all ages. Um, yeah, Home Alone. It was, and I think with Home Alone too, like Home Alone as well, like also as in like the first one. Um, I remember too as a kid like getting a kick out of it. But as an adult, I go back and I'm like, well, this kid's super annoying. This family is ridiculous. Like, maybe that's something too with the Christmas movie being able to transcend seasons of life. Like, is it
Yeah.
something that we can carry with us and still feel that Christmas spirit when we watch it, still feel that sentimentality? Still feel that connection of something new happening. And I'm not saying it has to, it's a thought that has popped into my head. Because, as like a kid, I loved Home Alone and I go back and watch it as an adult. And granted, I'm not the target audience for it anymore. I don't think. I have to, I probably aged out of Home Alone, maybe. But it's that there still is that unspoken Christmas magic about something, and I feel like that should carry through our seasons of life. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
And I don't think Home Alone does that for me.
Yeah, yeah, I'm there. I would also throw down. I think. Oh, do you have another one you want to share?
No, but I think you have another one.
I have actually two.
You
I have
have
two.
two. Well, maybe I'll think of one in between your two.
Okay. Nightmare Before Christmas is a Christmas movie only. And that is its own sense of controversy because everybody says to me, it's both. I'm like, I'm sorry, it isn't. It is not. I don't care that he works in Halloween Town. I don't care he's the mayor of Halloween Town. I don't care that he's Jack the Pumpkin King. He's not even the mayor. Wait a second. There is a mayor. It's not him. It is the fact that Christmas is the thing that changes him.
Hmm.
Now, ironically, it changes him to accept the fact that he is the Pumpkin King, and that's
Yeah.
okay too. I admit it. But the fact is, the driving force behind the entire film is him trying to understand the depth of Christmas and how does that apply to him. I think the only reason he is accepting of the fact that he is Jack the Pumpkin King at the end of the movie is because it's because he of his time
Of
with
Christmas.
Christmas. Yes.
So if you took away Christmas, you have no Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, you can't. Nightmare
Yeah.
Before Easter would be possible. I suppose
Oh,
the Nightmare Before St. Patrick's Day might be a little different. Um, no, I think it's a Christmas film, and I think Christmas is the thing that changes him.
hmm.
So it has the newness and it has the Christmas. It's, is it top tier? It might just be.
Yeah, I have seen that movie once in my life, so I can't.
You need to go back and revisit it. You need to give it
Maybe
another
I
chance.
will. I'll add that to my list of things that Steve says I have to rewatch.
No, no, we could give recommendations at the end, and you have to prioritize the one I've been
I have to
after.
prioritize
Have to
the one I've been
prioritize.
after. So is a
My
very Jonas
unexpected Christmas
Christmas or
present.
whatever
My
Christmas
my
movie.
my unexpected Christmas joy I didn't know that I would love.
Is the Jonas Brothers Christmas movie.
Spoilers.
Oh, did I give that away?
Too
That's your
early.
favorite? Oh, sorry. You know all about
I
giving
have
away
one.
spoilers.
That's right. As for spoilers, I have one more that I would like to say, and this would be one of the baseline Christmas movies, I would say.
Hmm.
I'm coming around to the fact that Batman Returns may be more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard. I actually might be coming around to this.
Why?
I was vehemently against it, and I've done some reading, and some people make some compelling arguments. Uh, and the arguments suggest because of course Batman Returns takes place at Christmas. But
Hmm.
more than that, it's actually a film about bringing people together. It truly is. And it opens with a child being abandoned in the water,
Hmm.
looking for a home, trying to find acceptance. You have Catwoman who is struggling with her identity
Yeah.
and trying to bring it trying to her only friends are cats. These are lonely and isolated people looking for hope.
Yeah.
Now, this is why I say it's baseline. It's baseline.
Yeah.
Christmas is arguably a coincidence. It's not the
Yeah.
spirit of Christmas that
It's
changes things.
it's Batman.
It's I don't even know if it's Batman. I don't I'm not that movie doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, it doesn't. Not much did
But
in the 90s.
but it might be a Christmas
This
movie.
movie, which may or may not make sense depending on your thought pattern. So I've got one. I started
Go.
thinking about this because, I do love anything Christmas Carol oriented. So the man who invented Christmas,
Love it.
is
Good
it a
pick.
Christmas movie or not?
I mean, it's in the title. So Didn't have to be in the title.
It doesn't, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know if it is.
The reason I asked this question is because as I started to think about it, like, the interpretation of Charles Dickens' journey, would have been leading up to Christmas kind of thing because his book is due and, all of that. And this idea that it brought Christmas back to the forefront, in people's minds, that Christmas hadn't been very, popular, not the way we know Christmas to be. So, can it be a Christmas if what we know to be Christmas now didn't exist? Or if he was literally writing it into being? I don't know. I'm kind of overthinking that because obviously, Christmas is Christmas. But thinking about it, is it a Christmas movie because it incorporates Christmas or has it in the title? Or is it a Christmas movie because it hits the key points? I don't know. I'm offering it up for thought.
I would argue that it's a Christmas movie only due to the fact that you clearly love Charles Dickens and feel like that's the baseline of all Christmas.
I was an English major.
Yes, so was I, and I'm just saying because it
I don't
isn't
love
really a
everything he wrote.
part. Well, no, that's fair, but I'm just saying I mean, it kind of is.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I don't know. It's borderline for me.
See, it's borderline for me only because I feel like, his journey could be told. I started to think, could his journey have been told without Christmas?
If it was, it'd just be the man who invented.
What I mean. My battery reminder just came on. My computer's about to die. It got so mad at us, Steve. My computer is like, you said Die Hard's not a Christmas movie. We're gonna shut down. Heather said It's a Wonderful Life isn't a Christmas movie. We're gonna shut
There's a
down.
lot of bitterness, a lot
Yeah,
of bitterness.
yeah.
Um,
Anyway,
well,
something to think about.
yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. Okay, so since your battery is running low,
Yes.
rather than screening it or skipping it this year, do you have any unexpected, not ones we've listed,
That's why I
Christmas
spoiled your.
recommendations? Not just your top three.
Besides Stranger Things starting on Christmas Day.
Is it a Christmas show? It takes place.
We'll find out.
We'll
We'll
find
find
out.
out if it's Christmas or not. Um,
They have
this is
Christmas
this an
lights. There's
this is
Christmas
an old
lights.
school one. Yeah. This is an old school one. If you get a chance to go back and rewatch it, I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. Garfield's Christmas special.
I love that.
And my son in the background who's not in bed says it's also on Prime.
Oh, well, there you
So in case you're wondering. Okay, buddy. Thank you. Um, Garfield's Christmas special makes me so happy. So if you haven't watched that in a while, go back and watch that one.
That gives me joy. Gives me
Yes.
joy.
And I've spoiled yours. I'm sorry. I didn't know this is how you were
No,
closing.
that's okay. A Very Jonas Christmas was an unexpected Christmas gift for me. And I'm not a Jonas Brothers fan. I need to put that down. I need to put it in bold text that I'm not some, guy who was been a fan of their music for the last 20 odd years or however old they are. No, in fact, I'd never seen anything really with the three of them together, but I'll tell you, their Christmas film is delightful. It is delightfully self-aware. It's
hmm
very, very silly. There's some genuine moments and some genuine like it was a good, fun Christmas movie
hmm
entry. Like this was not something you put in theaters. You put it in the streaming and you let people
Yeah.
enjoy it. And it's light,
Yeah.
it's silly, but I was genuinely fell in love with the Jonas Brothers in this Christmas
Oh, that's
movie.
sweet. I've promised you I will watch it.
Yeah, I do have an. Do you have any more?
I mean, if you haven't watched White Christmas in 10 years, just do it. I don't have anything new that I can think of. Or oh man. Sorry, I just thought of another one.
What is it?
Is Chroniclers of Narnia a Christmas movie or not? Because it always gets played at
No,
Christmas.
it's a winter movie.
It's a
It's like
winter
saying
movie.
Frozen is a Christmas movie. Frozen's not a
It's
Christmas
Frozen at
movie.
Christmas. I just said that because it has Santa in it. It has a scene with Santa Claus in it. And everybody's like, hey, yeah.
Frozen has a
Going from
Christmas
there.
special, which is very cute, but
So does
Frozen is not a
Star
Christmas
Wars,
movie.
but
Star Wars, Star Wars is not a Christmas movie.
no, but it had, remember the Star Wars Christmas special that has
Oh, Star Wars
disappeared from
Christmas
everybody's
special.
world except our memories?
That is that is a weird thing. That's a weird thing that exists.
I know. You have
No,
to like bootleg find that these days.
I have two. One that you
Yep.
probably haven't heard of, and one you should have heard of, and you'll know why. Um, it's called the first one is called Oh What Fun, Oh period what period fun period. It's on
Hmm.
Prime Video now, and it's adorable. And I think actually think you'd really like it. It's got Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yes. Michelle Pfeiffer. Yes. I know what you're talking. I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
Uh, I honestly, it changed my view of Christmas movies in some ways
Yeah.
because it opens with them reminding us of how few of them are woman focused or especially mom
Mm,
focused. Like they're
hmm.
always about the guy, and I hadn't realized that
Yeah.
before. So
Or the
watching this,
kid.
pardon,
Or a kid.
or a kid, and it's really cute. It's
I'm gonna
really
have to
cute.
watch that on my 8 hour drive. I
Yeah,
won't be
and the
driving, so I can watch. It's okay.
right, yes. While you're
It's okay.
driving, you just know.
Yeah. No, I ride.
There you go. And one more, which you should have heard of, is the Baltimoreans. Uh,
Yes. And I'm pretty sure I was supposed to write a review for it and never
that's
actually read
okay. That's
it,
okay.
but I'm terrible.
I'm just pulling your leg, but it honestly it was surprisingly well done. Like
Yeah.
I had it had real heart. It's more of a somber Christmas movie. I say somber. It's not sad.
Hmm.
And it's not like really dark. It's just more of
It's
a
just kind of like,
yeah, but it's like it's got its moments of
yeah.
really levity, and then it's sort of like more of an emotional Christmas story. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of a rom-com, but
Yeah.
not traditionally. Like my wife loves Serendipity, with that's her Christmas go-to movie.
Yeah.
But this is not that. It's
Yeah.
oh, Holdovers. Holdovers is a Christmas movie. The
I
Holdovers
don't
is
know that movie.
great. You don't know the Holdovers?
No.
That came out about 3 years ago, and it
Okay.
is brilliant. It is like it could have been nominated for Best Picture type good. It is
Okay.
brilliant film.
I'll add that to
Holdovers.
my list of things to watch while I
You got that 8 hour
ride.
drive. I'm just filling you with Christmas movies here.
I like Christmas movies.
They're very different tones.
Yeah. There's a range.
There's range. There's range. Do you have anything else you'd like to recommend before we wrap and your battery crashes?
Yeah, it's on like, still on little battery saver with the little leaf on it or whatever. Um, Hold on a second. Let me ask a very special guest. Timothy, what Christmas movie should people watch? He says The Grinch. Which one? The animated, the Illumination one. So Timothy tells you that's what you should watch.
Should we point out to our listeners that you have a son named Tim who may or may not be tiny? Should we,
That may or may
is
not have been
I
intentional
was
in the
gonna
idea
say,
for
is
his
that
name.
intentional?
All of my kids have some sort of literary or movie reference relationship to their names.
I respect it. I respect
Yep.
it. And that
But that
actually
is that
adds
is where it comes from.
respect to Tim's recommendation, I think,
Yeah.
Timothy's recommendation. So
Yep. Little cameo moment.
there you go. Um, well, Heather, thank you again. I so adore any chance we get to chat, but especially our Christmas
Yes.
ones.
It's so much fun. I think we've probably ruffled a few feathers.
That's okay. That's
That's all
okay.
right. But hopefully it gets people thinking and maybe they can start thinking about like, what makes a Christmas movie to them.
And I hope that they do like and subscribe to us still after this.
Yes. And maybe we will get up to three or four.
Woohoo! Here we go.
Progress.
You can follow us. You can do that. Smash that subscribe button, as the say. But you can also check us out at screenfish.net for the latest reviews and interviews or reviews of pop culture phenomenons, the latest films from blockbusters to Oscar hopefuls to everything in between. And you can check us out here on YouTube to explore and see the interviews with industry professionals, as well on the wherever your podcasts are available, industry professionals, uh, as they talk about their latest projects. And you can follow us on Instagram. All of these things help. Do all of these things at
Do all the
Screenfit
things. Follow us
Online. Do
all the
all the
ways.
things. And here's the thing about following a podcast, or you can actually follow more than one. So if you say, hey, I'm already watching other podcasts, subscribe to us too. It's amazing you can do that. Help
It's the
us get
Christmas gift that keeps on giving.
it really is. It really is. So thank you, Heather, once again. And for you at home, we started the conversation. This was Christmas. I mean, Screenfish.